This is called Lust Meadow, and it's from a German colloquialism, die Lustwiese, which is what you call a bed which looks as if you could have a good time in it. You know, it's a really big bed. And you should also know that the epigraph is from Robert Burns' Coming Through the Rye. My father loved Robert Burns, but he only ever gave me the expurgated versions, and I was really shocked when I found out what Coming Through the Rye was about. And she found a stone in graith coming through the rye, a stone of standing growth. Hold on to that image, and I'm now going to give you another gloss. This is my Costa Café reference. A Morgenlatte in German is a morning erection. A latte is a decent length of wood. And one woman came up to me, I didn't explain it, and one woman came up to me after reading and said, "Is it a cafe latte kind of thing?" Right. So I thought, I've got to read this at the Costa. Okay. Lust Meadow. She found a stone in graith coming through the rye. Die Lustwiese, your father called our bed, which you had sawed and planed to take our weight, and anything we gave it without a sound. He translated 64 square feet of pine into a dreamy negligence, shadows flitting over hay, and the sweetness of knit clover on the tongue. The first night I had vertigo, hanging over the edge to reach a glass. You swore, but cut 9 inches off its legs, and years later swore again, dismantling it for the move and labelling every screw. It floats now in the ether of our room, strewn with cloud pillows and white cotton, and we can have each other any time we want, and well, except at night when you are lost to science fiction. This morning, seagulls and a Morgenlatte wake you. You fling your arm out and find beside you cooling space. He is singing in the bathroom. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Shades of meadow vetch and lady's mantle play across your face. You call. Okay, I'm from Liverpool, and I'm really, really pleased that my brother, who's come with me tonight, still has a house in Walton, just around the corner from where my parents used to live, in a little terrace house. And I'm going to read this poem, which is for my father, who is now dead, but he used to drink in the Stewart Bar in Liverpool. Does anybody know it? I don't want people coming up and attacking me afterwards. Right, but this was his local. And things went downhill after my mum died and all the old guys died, and he didn't really know anyone in the pub at the end. The Stewart Bar, Liverpool. Light, dirty by the window, falls on your white head, and I'm relieved that you still look the part, your cap on the table, and your glass of bitter almost empty. Against a backdrop of frosted glass and gull shapes swooping for the chip shop scraps, you sit alone. In this bar you once jumped ship for in the war, where women are still not welcome. You, the golden boy, quoter of verse, teller of tales. Your drinking friends long dead, and the whiskies of respect no longer coming. No one smiles when I walk in and you jump up, calling my name and fluttering your hands before you like a girl. By the time the neon lights come on, showing up your trouser stains and dirty collar, I'm your brand new pal. I've fetched you twice too often, the cheap wine you switched to after bells. I've been cold-shouldered by the regulars at the bar and heard enough of Joe Louis and Dixie Dean and Blind Ray at the next table who used to play for Everton. I just want to get you home for food and bath. Which is your cue? To drop your voice an octave and take us down into Macaulay's lays. Virgil with a line-by-line translation, Burns' Afton Water or Beautiful Dreamer without a mention of her name. Now you're spinning words for all that you and I are worth, against the silent drinkers, the TV blaring from the corner, the crackhead selling t-shirts, the karaoke squawking from the lounge. You're my father, your head is close to mine, and I am listening. Back to Liverpool, and this is for my brother John. Double exposure. You were driving us gently down the dock road, past old stripe graffiti and boarded up pubs. We knew those high walls and the streets running up from the river, but somehow this felt like a trip. The soft morning, or the camera my daughter was holding, or the way you slowed down to see basins containing nothing but water and light. On the ghost tram lines at the edge of the city, I said, somewhere green where we can still see the river, and you found it, a space with huge clouds. And because you're my brother who remembers all things, who took useless facts to the job in the desert, I could pick up the phone and you'd tell me if what you then took from the boot was an urn or a box. I should know who dug first into his chill greyness. If it scattered, was there a breeze, or fell in pale sides on the grass? But I still feel the warmth of your side, see your arm curving outwards, and when we turned back, Laura lowering her camera, not knowing that she hadn't wound on, that we would be tiny, bowed before three giant sisters, laughing at what we can't see into the white.